Hello guys and girls, it's Paul from the IPSC store, and today we're going to be talking all things magnetic. This is a wide range of magnetic pouches from different suppliers, and with the recent change to the USPSA rules where magnetic pouches and magnets are now allowed, we thought we'd just go over some of the options that there are out there, why we use them, what they do, and what the benefits might be to having a magnet on your rig. Let's start off with what's available from Double Alpha. This is the Double Alpha magazine pouch, which has interchangeable inserts for different types of magazines. So you can have it set up for your 2011 mags or your CZ mags, and there's different spaces to take up the space in there. It's the mag pouch with the magnet on it. And this is basically what I run on my rig. As you can see, I have the Double Alpha mag pouch for my CZ mags shooting in production, and I have the magnet with the Double Alpha cover, and I'll explain what that does in a second. Double Alpha also make a magnet which just goes straight onto your belt like that, and you can have that either vertically or lower down, and that's really nice to put a magnet on, and I'll explain what the benefits are of that. They also make a pouch that has magnets in it rather than a fully enclosed pouch like that, where you could actually just put your magazine in like that and you slide them off and you put them on. So that's the offering from Double Alpha. CR Speed have their Versa pouch, and this is the one with the magnet. You can buy the magnet separately and add it onto your pouch. This one goes on the side, so you have the magnet on the side of the pouch. They also have an offering where the magnet is on the front of the pouch, similar to what I have on the Double Alpha mag pouch. These are the offerings from Ghost. This is the Ghost pouch with wings, and this also just goes straight onto your belt, and it gives you a bit of protection on the side. If you miss the magnet, it'll hopefully be caught in the middle of the wings, and it's more secure having a point to aim for to keep it in there. Also, bumping it off those wings tend to help a lot with that. Ghost also do a pouch with a magnet. They use a smaller magnet on this, and that serves the same sort of purpose as the Double Alpha and CR Speed. Ghost also make this mag pouch with two magnets on it if you want more strength to hold bigger magazines that are heavier with more ammunition in them, like open mags or standard gun mags. This is the offering from Ghost for Single Stack 1911. As you see, you can fit mags in to the pouches themselves, or you can use the magnet if you're picking up magazines off a table or you just want to carry a few more mags. What else do we have? Guga Ribas. Guga Ribas make a very similar offering to the Ghost and the Double Alpha magnet, which just goes straight onto the belt. This is a really strong magnet. There are no wings on the side of it like the Ghost one, but it really is a big, very strong magnet that'll hold any magazine on it. They also do this offering, which is, to explain, Guga just make a mag pouch. If you want to add a magnet, the magnet's bought separately and it's added on by attaching it at the back with two screws provided, and that is exactly how the magnet sits on the mag pouch. So it's an additional purchase, but you can add a magnet to the mag pouches that come from Guga. Unlike CR Speed that offer a mag pouch with a magnet, and Double Alpha who have one with a magnet, as well as Ghost. Guga sell them separately, and you can add a magnet to any of their mag pouches. When it comes to my recommendation about what to use, I'm specifically going to talk about standard gun and production, because I've shot both those divisions extensively. I like to have a very simple setup on my rig where I have one magnet. You have options in standard and production. A lot of people, because we have the hip bone as a measurement where everything has to be behind, if I put a magazine on my magnet before I start, I'm not in compliance with the rules, because that is in front of my hip bone, and that's how I intend it to be. If I have a magazine there, it's just to start to load the gun, but I don't start before the buzzer with the magazine on there. A lot of people have that further back so they can actually use it as a starting position so that they can have a magazine on there and it's all behind the hip bone before the buzzer, but I don't see a need for that. The same applies to standard division. So you might ask then, why do I have the magnet? Well, it's quite simple. The magazine pouches are there to hold my magazines. I like them the way they are. The magnet is there for table starts, for starts where I have my magazines on a table or on a bench and I need to pick them up and either load the gun or take an extra magazine with me because of the round count. So I'll show you exactly how I do that, and this is why exactly I have a magnet. So for example, we're starting a stage with a loaded firearm on a table and it's a 30 round stage. There's 30 rounds in 2 magazines and I want to have spare ammunition. So this is exactly how I'll start. I'll have my 2 magazines on the bench or on the table, the gun on the table, and on the buzzer I'm going to grab my gun and my magazines and I'm just going to go straight down onto my magnets. I don't even have to look. My arm comes past my body and I know exactly where that is. It's the same as when you're doing a reload and you come down and feel a mag and grab and do your reload. Same thing here. My muscle memory knows where my magnet is. I grab everything, I come straight down and my magazines are good to go. So I can shoot my course of fire, do my reload, and I can just slide those off as I need them. And the difference is this. Imagine starting like this, which we see a lot. We grab our stuff and now we've got to feed magazines into pouches before we take off. That takes a lot of time. And as we know, it's time and score that make up our hit factor in IPSC and USPSA. So that's exactly why I have a magnet. The other thing is sometimes we start with the gun empty and we've got to move from a position, our start position, to another position, and we've got an empty gun and all the magazines we're using are with the gun on the table or on a different table. In this case, I like to split my magazines just like that so that I can get a finger between them. That way, when I go to the magnet, one goes on the magnet and I've still got the other one to reload into the gun. So I'll show you how that works. So I stack them like that with a gap for my finger to go between. On the signal, I grab my gun and my magazines. One goes on the magnet, one goes in the gun. I shoot, 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 do my reload, and there's the magazine I need to carry on with the course of fire. This is my primary reason for having a magnet, and you should seriously consider the time saving in having a magnet to put your magazines on for starts of that nature. So I've spoken a lot about standard division and production division because, and classic as well falls into this group, we have to have our gear behind our hip bones. In open division, there is no stipulation as to where your equipment is on your body. So you could have a magnet mounted right there for your reload, so it's close. You could have a couple, it doesn't matter where they are. And in that case, I would recommend a really, really big magnet like this one from Double Alpha, which will go on your belt wherever you need it. You could have multiple magnets plus your mag pouches and just set them up so they suit your style and where you want everything to be for your reloads. Also for pickup starts where you're picking up off a table, in open division, you can go straight onto your magnet if that's where your magnet is, and you can easily carry 2 magazines on one of these magnets. There are bigger magnets and you can fit 3 on. Most of the time in production and standard, 3 magazines are all we'll need. 1 goes into the gun, 2 go into the pouches, and we're covered for most situations. Let's talk about single stack for a second. All these magazine pouches can be used for single stack. As I said, the enclosed ones like the CR Speed and the Double Alpha all come with inserts to narrow the opening so you can put a single stack magazine in them. A lot of people also use these deluxe magnetic pouches from Double Alpha and they stack their magazines like that. They can actually get 2 on 1 pouch, and if you stagger them, you've got no issue grabbing 1 at a time instead of doing that and not being able to separate the 2 when you need one. These also come in a bullets out version where your bullets are on the outside of your mag pouch of your body like that, so we call that bullets out. And then obviously Ghost make this specifically for classic division where they have 3 pouches on there with 2 magnets. It also comes set up with 1 magnet, and there's a lot of options you can do with this. So that covers classic a little bit, but as I say, all these magazine pouches will work in any division because they come with inserts to take up the gap so you can use them with any diameter magazine. So just to clarify with Ghost, they make magazine pouches for double stack magazines, which is this one. There are no inserts, and they make them for single stack. So the double stack ones will take all your magazines, and the single stack is a different one, which is for your single stack magazines. This is an example of the single stack magazine pouch from Ghost, and this is a double stack magazine pouch from Ghost with magnet. Let's talk about Glock magazines for a second. They're mostly comprised of plastic, and there's a bit of a metal strip in the back. They do stick to magnets, but because the Ghost magnet is a little bit small and not that strong, it wouldn't hold very well when you're running hard. So I recommend using the double magnet setup from Ghost for the Glock magazines. Well, when you look at the bigger magnets from other manufacturers like CR Speed, that would work really, really well for your Glock mag, and it sticks good, as well as the double alpha magnet. Guga Ribas also have a really, really strong magnet, and that would work fine on your Glock mag. I wouldn't put more than one on there, because then you're really pushing your luck as far as one falling off or being bumped off, and we don't want that. Generally, when you're picking up mags from a start position and going to a shooting position, you don't want to lose a mag, because you probably only have what you need with you. So that sort of covers all the different magazines and different setups of mag pouches with magnets. I hope that was informative. Remember that in IDPA, magnets aren't allowed, so you have to stick to normal magazine pouches with no magnets. I hope you enjoyed that. Just a quick overview of the types of magnetic pouches available from the different manufacturers and how you can use them to improve your shooting and your speed, acquiring magazines and reloading. And just to remind you that as of this year, USPSA rules have changed where magnets are now allowed. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to be looking for some advice out there and what options are available. Hope this gives you some sort of an idea. Visit us at www.ipscstore.com and search our magnetic magazine pouches, and you'll see this whole range available to you there. Good luck. Hope to see you on the range soon. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow us on YouTube or on our pages, Instagram, Facebook, please join us there. We've got a lot of good information up, especially on our YouTube channel. And as I say, hopefully COVID starts easing up and we can go do some more shooting on the range and see each other. Thanks for watching. Cheers.